Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Good, man. I'm excited for you to be here.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about you, but probably not as much.
Mm-hmm.
And they put together some notes on you, and they were like, he was a football player. I'm like, I didn't know you were a football player. How many years did you play in the NFL?
I played 5 years.
5 years.
5 long, hard.
That is such a huge accomplishment, man.
Thank you. I try to. It's something I don't lead with usually.
I can tell because I didn't know.
Exactly, and I don't really have an avenue to kind of introduce it to people.
Right.
And then when Hade reached out and said anything interesting, I was like, man, I'm kind of boring. But I did play in the NFL for a couple of years, so
that's definitely not boring.
Yeah, it's not boring. But,
I mean, every man on the planet you meet is like, bow down.
I know.
Bow down.
I've never seen so many like adults, like grown men, easily in their 50s, 60s, like boo-hooing over a 20-year-old making a touchdown or like seeing them walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to see the transition of power, like when they're in the league and then when they get out of the league. It's dope though.
Good for you.
I love it.
That's like a little chapter of your life.
It is. And the crazy thing is, it was such a short period of my life.
Right.
But it was probably the most impactful that I could have had because it's set the foundation for my life. But I also was playing football as an 8th grader or 7th grader, 6th grader. From 8 years old, I was playing until I was 26, 27. So
did that teach you a lot about discipline when you talk about laying the foundation? Because I always tell people, actors will come in and they'll say, well, I want to be an actor. Or like, I got invited to speak at ASU to the MFA program. And the first thing I always lead with is I say, so how many people know someone in the classical music department? Everyone's like, oh, I do. I go, is someone a pianist that only knows 3 songs? And they're like, no, of course not. I'm like, how many people know someone in the athletics department? I'm like, are they an athlete if they only run twice a week? No, of course not. I go, so how many of you, I go, how often should they run? Well, probably every day.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how often would you guys train?
Oh, every day.
Right. How many hours?
Minimum 1.5.
Right. Minimum. That's just like you're just getting through. Right?
That's just a normal day.
So what I say to the actors is, how many of you practice an hour and a half a day? Silence. How many of you know maybe a dozen monologues? Silence. I'm like, so a pianist and a pro athlete should be devoted, but you get to hang out at Starbucks and talk about what you're working on.
I didn't realize how time-consuming acting was until I got into it.
Right.
Because I came from a very strict, very regimented, scheduled, like you were saying, very disciplined schedule. And then I'm getting into acting. I'm like, oh, it's just acting. Like I don't need to review monologues. I don't need to review scripts. I don't need to go over plays and things like that. And then when I got into it, I was like, okay, to be really successful, to really hone in on your craft, you need to know about the Stanislavskis. You need to know about the Meisers. You need to know all these different techniques to have in your tool bag.
Exactly.
And you need to be well versed in different plays and scripts like things so you can pull from monologues or short scenes and things like that and just be well versed. That's what it's all about.
I always say, listen, people like Crow, Brando, Denzel, they make it look easy. You think, oh, they just learn the lines? No. Not even close. And when you try that the first time on a set, people are like, yeah, they watch playback. And it didn't feel that way when I was doing it. Like, you understand that.
They're just gonna look at you like, can you do that again?
Right?
Not like you did, but just like, change it up a little bit.
But don't act.
Yeah.
It's like you never thought you had to put so much work into not
oh my
acting.
Goodness. It's the words. I had a teacher tell me like, the writers wrote that for a reason. They wrote that punctuation, they wrote that comma, they wrote that exclamation point for a reason. So you're not Denzel, you're not Brando. So honor what they wrote.
Exactly.
And then you find ways to navigate the text and subtext and things like that. And the backstory accompanies with the text. So it's more than just, I know, a couple of Shakespeare's lines. Let me just go out there and just free will it.
I love that you're saying this, and I mean, because obviously your background, it's that parallel that I always used. And then to hear that you realized you have to do the same type of work, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
How's your journey been here at the agency?
Amazing. So I got into commercials, but I didn't realize that plays was going to be where my heart was at. And I would have never gotten into that without Leighton and everybody here. Meeting people on set that were in plays and productions at different houses like that. So I fell in love with both commercials and the play side of it.
Yeah.
Just being in front of a live crowd and an audience.
Yeah. That's kind of what you did.
Yeah.
You're a performer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I fell in love with plays so much, because I get this, well, acting in general.
Yeah.
The same feeling I get before I'm running out of a tunnel is the same feeling I get before Hade says action, or like the curtains open at a house. So
yeah,
it's just something about it. It's addicting.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's addicting.
Yeah. So, when you mention the commercials, do you find that you're able to be more creative as a commercial talent now that you are exploring the theatrical side of acting?
I feel more comfortable exploring different options.
Yeah.
Because I will say that they have they have something that they want. The partner or whoever is casting you has an idea of what they want you to do. But it's our job as the actor to kind of work within it. But now I'm not so closed off to different options that I could have done, opposed to when I first came in. I'm like, okay, I got to do it like this. I rehearsed it like this.
Right.
But now when I get on set, I'm like, okay, I'll take your feedback. I'll listen to what my body's telling me to do, or what someone else is kind of suggesting, and I'll kind of go with it and see what happens. It's a collaborative effort.
I love that you're bringing up the improvisation, right? Because I feel when we're a beginner, intermediate artist, maybe just getting into that intermediate category, we really want it a certain way.
Yeah.
We learn the lines a certain way. We block it in our mind a certain way. It's when you hit that intermediate advanced, it's kind of like the play, right? You have an idea. Well, in the moment, if something doesn't go according to plan, you've got to be able to adjust immediately. And that's the difference between that intermediate and advanced actor. The advanced actor, not only do they adjust, but they're relaxed doing it. They feel confident, they feel comfortable, and they're having more fun. And when you capture those moments, it's like the classic one of The Godfather. Brando's there and he picks the cat up and he integrates it into the scene. And everyone always talks about the cat was just wandering around set and he went over. It's because he's that advanced as an actor to where he can just have this animal that's alive and use it to create more spontaneity on the set versus a beginner actor would go, the cat's distracting me.
Exactly.
Remove it.
Get it out of here. But I think knowing your lines,
Yeah.
foundation.
Of course.
You can't do anything.
Of course.
If you don't have those lines. So my first play, and I kind of the intermediate and advanced.
Yeah.
So my first play, I forgot my lines. Forgot my lines.
On set in the middle?
No,
Was the crowd there?
crowd was there.
Oh,
we're easily an hour in. Easily an hour in. And I feel like every actor knows this look. So
Yeah.
when your scene partner forgets their lines, there's this blank stare that they give you, like, help me out. So I gave my scene partner that like, hey, I forgot my lines. And she was so amazing, Cynthia, the agent. She was so amazing. Like, she saw that I forgot my lines, and she, kind of was in the moment, in the space, and then she got us back on track.
Yeah.
So to see that level of expertise in the moment where I was kind of getting into it, it was amazing. It was the biggest lesson I probably could have gotten on set, on stage in front of hundreds of people. But it was nice to see, like you said, the cat. She played around in the space and was amazing at it.
It's interesting. One of my first big plays in New York was a revival of Torch Song Trilogy. And there was an old senior well-known actress who played the mother, and she was not nice to anyone. Now, I was 19, and in my scene, she goes up. But see, at 19, I kind of had this like little animosity growing because she wasn't nice to anyone on set, that I kind of just sat. and I looked back at her like, oh yeah?
Yeah.
And of course at 19, you know everybody's lines.
Yeah.
Especially, I was raised in this business. I didn't even think about memorizing. That's just, it was so easy for me. I just knew everybody's lines. So I'm just like, I know exactly how to help you out right now, but I am not. Now, in hindsight,
Yeah.
I only let it go on for about 30 seconds, but that felt like the longest 30 seconds. And she started pacing. She didn't know what to do. And I'm just like counting down in my head. I'm like, I'm teaching you a lesson.
Yeah, cool as a cucumber. Just
And then I said, what I think you meant to say, and there was this, and it kind of picked it up, and then boom, she was right back in it. And she never talked to me again.
Of course not.
Yeah, she knew. But when I walked off stage, the director ran up to me and he's like, why did you do that? I said, the bat is broken. And everyone started laughing. And to this day, when he'll call me occasionally around the holidays, he'll be like, I'll never forget, you said the bat is broken.
At 19? Yeah, you were a piece of work at 19.
I was a little feisty.
Yeah,
I've calmed down.
That's good.
But like that's what I do tell artists that story, because I want to say, always be nice to everyone, because you never know. You know, when the sound guy's recording you, you know, you go to the bathroom, they can choose to hit mute or they can choose to hit record. There are a lot of little things on a set that you just want to treat everyone with the utmost respect.
And it's the same for football. Perfect example.
Yeah.
I was in Detroit, and the assistant, like it's not even the assistant coach, like a interim guy who does like scout teams, so he's not even part of game plans.
Right.
Was on the lines when I was there. Now that was in 2019. That's when he was.
Yeah.
He's a head coach of the Chicago Bears right now.
Amazing.
So, kind of to your point, you don't need to, but it's just a person-to-person type thing. You be nice to everybody, because you never know how they can help you out in the future. You're not doing it because they can help you out, just off of
It's just being a good person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you never know where they're going to take you.
Yeah. And the difference with how we mature, or I matured, is now I don't try to teach them the lesson.
Just silence.
I help them out, and then hope to take the higher road, if you will.
Whatever that road is. It's no silence.
Yeah. Well, we could go on and on. I just, I was excited to have you on and to talk to you and to hear a little bit about you. And it's an opportunity for other artists to connect with a fellow artist, and for clients to watch and go, Paul's a person, and that's what we all are. We're people first, and we are our experiences and our stories. And I think that's what makes this industry beautiful, is we get to use them to create.
Yeah, like you said, we're all people living our own lives, but we all come together to make something amazing and beautiful. And we need those different experiences, those different people to cultivate a beautiful experience on stage, in front of the camera.
Absolutely, it's all the colors that make it rich.
Need it.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man. Enjoyed it.